Philip has travelled far and wide, from east to west, and now on his return journey, he stumbled upon quite the find. It seems a number have died around here and left behind their belongings. And so, like a kid in a candy store, there is oh so much to look at. Let's see what awaits us on the hexes around. Kia ora, Legionnaires, Rycon here, and welcome back to Neo Scavenger, where we're just going to get straight into it. We have found a number of good things around here. The boa strap, super cool, but this here, this duffel bag, that is going to replace our current bag that we're holding onto here, because we can see the condition of it has already dropped considerably in not a huge amount of time. Now we do also have this other duffel bag on our back currently, but I'm thinking we're just going to go and empty this on out too, and we'll go and carry that in our other hand here. I mean, realistically, we should probably put it where the higher poppy bag is, because more than likely that's what we're going to go with in the future, and we'll probably end up selling this bag. But for now, well, let's see if we can fit that bow in there. We can, and ideally we figure out a way to fit everything else. But you know what, the bow might just have to stay for now, so that we can take things like the tunic, which we are going to want to hold on to. We've got a caster wheel here that is a little damaged, and a phone that we're going to pick up. Oh, okay. We had a can here that had a empty battery in it, and a pretty damaged lighter, but I mean, hey, we can sell them. We've also got some scraps of paper that we're just going to have a flick through here. Yeah, I think we're probably going to have to try and come back for the bow. Oh, there's a glove here as well that we can look at selling, but there might be other higher target items around here. Unfortunately, nothing on this square that's really that valuable, but we definitely want to check out these other ones as we start to get closer to the DMC. So heading down here, oh, it's just water. And here I was very excited. I mean, there's a whole ass dogman here that's in really good condition. Okay, now how far away is that? Is it still going to be in good condition tomorrow? Because what we would want to try and do is get as much of that meat as possible and preserve it, really. But whether or not that is going to be possible, I don't know. But hey, we can try and remember that it is there. We'll check out these other squares first though. We are starting to slow down though, because we are carrying a lot of stuff. Yeah, we'll take that lighter. It's free money. And oh, another makeshift sack here. And what's this? Another newspaper, foiled again. A protester associated with an international peace movement was arrested Thursday after bypassing the active denial system perimeter at Camp Grayling in a tinfoil suit. Jack Haley, 43, of Grayling, Michigan, was cited on suspicion of trespassing on government property. He was found by security forces after crossing a runway wearing a reflective suit composed of aluminium foil. It's believed that the foil allowed him to bypass the ADS unharmed. When asked if this constituted a failure of the ADS, an army spokesman said, "We had a breach, we responded, and everybody walked away healthy. I don't think we have any more concerns today than we had before." Interesting. A tinfoil suit, active denial system. If we think back to what we were being told, we did hear about protesters trying to break in there. So that's an option that we might want to try and go down. We've seen quite a bit of tinfoil around. I think we want to start trying to gather that up if we can, because a tinfoil suit now, no doubt that's going to take quite a bit to actually get done. Oh, okay. Someone else died around here, and is that whiskey? No, it's just water. You know what? We can fit that scope in, and oh boy, it is getting late in the day, but we are close now. Oh, and there's just some binoculars here, and some painkillers too. We'll stack them up with our existing pile. You know, the binoculars are going to be worth a lot more than just the animal hides, so we'll fit that in there. It looks like we can probably flip that glove back around, and $1 for that bottle. There are a few other squares around here as well that we could probably have a look at. It's just as soon as it gets to night, we're going to have trouble moving around. Hey, dead humanoid. You don't have anything though. And in here, kind of the same deal. All right, so let's start to make our way back down towards Detroit. And hopefully we can make it there before it gets night. Hello, DMC man. We don't really have anything else that we can drink at this point as well, so we're just going to have to kind of try and beeline it. We're struggling to carry everything that we've got on us at the moment. Not great. The dehydration is really starting to settle in. We need to deal with that ASAP. But you know what? Okay, we can get some charge here. And so all of our various different devices, I'm going to empty them all out and see if we can put some charge into them. Okay, the laptop batteries can take quite a bit, it seems. Now, does charging them up actually give us anything here? It doesn't seem like it does. I guess my question is, what battery did the night vision goggles take? Not those. AA batteries? Not AA batteries. This regular battery? Yes. Okay. Now I suppose if we can turn these devices on, they might actually be worth more. So we'll look at doing that once we actually get to where we need to go. But for now, we just need to try and get to the last chance canteen. We need something to drink, we need something to eat, we need it now. Okay, finally. All right, mixed bowl of veggies, first of all. That's something. Now, last time the bottled water, I don't know if that was what made us sick, or if we accidentally drank water at some other point. That was not good. We could go for some non-veg stew, but I think that could also potentially make us sick. There is always a chance with the meat here, I believe, that can, make us sick. So we'll just end up spending some money here to try and just get up a little bit of our strength. Now, we do have a lot of water in our bottles right now. It's just not good. So we need to try and find a place where we can get that all cooked up. And I believe we should be able to find something like that around here. Having a look on these squares. Okay, we've got a straight up freaking crude arrow, a lot of spoiled meat. What we're looking for is just like a camp barrel. But I don't know if we're going to find that. We'll check down here. No. Okay. So honestly, I think going into the woods might be our best shot right now because, this dehydration ain't great. We're wary. That's to be expected after this massive journey that we've just undergone. Let's just focus on getting that dehydration sorted. We've run out of moves to craft, but we're going to just be drinking that back and then continuing on the second that we can. There we go. Drink it back, Phil. Look at that. Slaked first. We're doing better in that regard. Now, finally, we can make our way over towards the junk market. And look at that. Oh, a perfectly good shotgun. Very tempting, But we're going to be selling some stuff off. Now, I want to try and see. I want to see if these are worth more if we can actually get them going. So we'll turn that on. It's locked currently. So turning it off. So it's 17. It's worth the same amount, it seems. It's worth a little bit more when we give it to them, probably because it's considered to be unlocked at that point. Yeah, we have so many things that we're going to be selling here, and so we should be able to make a pretty damn healthy profit. We're going to make sure that we hold on to one of these knives, but we're going to be selling all the rest of them, and all of these scopes. And Coat, you have done us well, but for now, we're going to be saying farewell, because that's a healthy amount that we've got going there. And we're a really nice, comfortable temperature in our patchwork tunic. Looks like we do get a little bit more for this laptop up here. Reason being, it's got an extra battery in it. And I think that's why. So we're just going to be selling them as is. We don't really know much about computers, so us holding onto them isn't going to make too much sense. Now, the gas masks. I think we want to try and hold on to one of them. This one, that's completely spent, but it's still worth something, so it's worth us selling. We'll sell that gas mask. This one here, I'm tempted to hold on to because it's good condition, but we're probably going to keep our goggles on our face for the most part. Right, and then we've got pills to sell. We don't know what they do exactly, these pills. The blue pills, they might be for sleeping. I guess the thing is we could always just take one of them and see what the effect is. Surely it couldn't kill us, right? It's certainly possible. What happens if we just take one of these, huh? We're just taking the blue pill. We don't know what it does. I'm not going to do that anymore. That's incredibly risky. I probably shouldn't have done that in the first place. Oh boy. You know what? I think we'll probably just hold on to them for now until we see other pills, and I can maybe try and just write down what I think they are possibly going to be. I'm going to separate one of these maps, and then we're just going to sell the rest of these. Oh yes, and then we have our flashlight here. I think I'm tempted to hold on to that for now if we can. We might not need as many lighters as we have at the moment as well, but we use them pretty frequently. I think we'd use the flashlight instead of the lighters going forwards though. Oh yes, and of course, let's empty that out for now. And that's going to give us a considerable amount of money because we're selling off the ammunition there. And we would also be selling those batteries, which, for now, I'm okay with that. And then we can actually just put those pill bottles in here for sake of ease. Yeah, I gotta say, I'm pretty happy with all of this. And there's even more cash that we can earn if we head back and grab a few of those bits and pieces. But, I think we're gonna grab a little bit more salad before we go. There we go, we're just back to hungry now after having 2 lots of that. What do we got on the hills here? An okay condition crowbar with a strap, better condition than our own, so yeah, we'll just swap it out. And up here, just you. We'll offer a ceasefire and we'll see what's on here. Lots of scraps of paper, meat and whatnot. Oh, and hey, first bit of foil. We'll be taking that. And let's move back to where we were, where I think we were, which was actually up here, I believe. You know what? I am going to check out some of the forests along the way though, because there's always a chance that folks could have died around here. Nothing here, and nothing here. Now, I'm pretty sure that it was just over here that we discovered the Dogman corpse. Maybe not. Yeah, no, it's around this area here. Oh, okay. Well, this is where the bow was. Unfortunately, we can't put the backpack back into here for now. So if we wanted to take the bow, we'd have a bit of trouble. Unless, you know what, let's do that for now because we do know of a crowbar that is close back to home. And then we can just grab a few of these loose items that were worth an okay amount. No point in coming back empty-handed, And not seeing the Dogman corpse around here. So I think we'll probably just head back with the bow and get that sold. We are weak with hunger and we are so weary, but we are very close to being back. And there we go, junk market. Bow, you are nice, but you're not going to be sticking with us. Let's go back and grab that crowbar. And then I wouldn't mind trying to see if we can visit Hatter. It's been a while since we've talked to him, and there might be a chance that we can actually visit again. With some foil out here, we'll be taking that. You step across the muddy street towards the old flophouse. Let's see if he has anything here. You step off the familiar lift, and Hatter turns to look at you, finishing his conversation. Private call with the client, boys. Hatter says to his hired guns. Don't worry if this one kills me. Your pension's in nil either way. He circles behind his desk, and when the guards shut the doors behind him, he says, we have to talk. Okay. Some people have reached out to me. Some very powerful, very dangerous people who made it abundantly clear that I am to tread lightly with this, hence the privacy. I can't tell you too many details, not until I know you're taking it on. What I can tell you is that it pays well. Frankly, given the compensation package, you may never need for a thing again. Okay? The catch is, well, as you might imagine, this is no cakewalk. The target is well protected, and you're expected to infiltrate rather than assault. Otherwise, I'd be having this conversation with a merc company. And of course, your discretion is implied in the price. I should tell you, risks being what they are, I can only offer this to you once. He sits back, giving a few moments to take this all in. Can I count on you? Okay, what do we got? Who's your client? I'll do it. I don't know if we're going to be able to find out who the hell the client is. Right now, Philip has just continued to be down on his luck for the most part, and he may have a very short life ahead of him if what happened in the cave gives him, horrific cancer. I think we'll say we'll do it. We don't know what the heck it is. Hatter seems more stressed than relieved. I was afraid you'd say that. But for the record, I chose you for a reason. Resourcefulness is a valued trait these days. From the reigning mess in his office, he takes an atlas nearly fallen apart and pages a map of Michigan. Up here, he says, circling an area in the far north, there's a military base. Camp Grayling used to be called before the National Guard abandoned it. But don't get your hopes up. It said they left behind a state-of-the-art security system, all unmanned, of course, just machines without masters, who, as far as I know, have let no trespasser live. whatever. I have heard a rumor though. He interrupts. Maybe you read it. Anyway, I seem to remember hearing some protesters got around the defenses back in the day. He thinks for a moment. It was something low-tech too. He shakes his head. I'll be damned if I can remember though. You might rummage through some old newspapers to see what you can find. It'd be getting chewed up by whatever they've got running up there. So yes, it was a contact at ZomZoms that gave us the same hint because, well, our contact at ZomZoms wanted us to try and acquire information and other things from up there. But Hatter exhales in a chuckle that's one part defeat, the other bemused. Mind over matter, right? He takes out a small device from his pocket. Your job, besides infiltration, is to plant this right into the base's intelligence mainframe. The software, that'll do the rest, I'm told. Where that mainframe is, however, remains unclear. But the data banks they used in those days were huge. Look for the biggest building and expect the doorway to be unobvious. The most important thing, do not insert the bug without finding an ID badge on site first. The barracks might be a decent bet for that. Once the bug is in place, all you have to do is make your way back here and, well, we'll begin Operation Easy Living, so to speak. Okay, right. What are these people after? Let's see what other information we can get here. Hatter shrugs. Can't say, I know. There was a bit of a stink back in the day about that place, that so-called PRISM surveillance network, but dwelling on that might be dangerous. To be honest, as I've said, these folks are rather serious business. Right, and the timetable, that's important to know. That's the good news, in fact. He leans back in his chair. Take your time on this one. Do some recontouring. Gather the resources you need first. The client wants it done sooner than later, but they don't have an immediate deadline. That it's done is more important to them than when. But enough about that. Hatter buzzes the guards back in. You have work to do. And I have a million things on my bucket list in case you really don't make it back. The guards allow you through, and before long, you're bracing yourself against the chill air of the Sprawl's streets. Okay, so that is the second quest that we have to do with all of that. And yeah, Hatter's flash drive for use at Camp Grayling. We also have Stoat's flash drive for use at Camp Grayling. Interesting. I do wonder whether or not we can use both of them, or if we have to go for one or the other. Great. That's fine. Totally fine. Okay, well, we are going to be going into the city because we need our favorite meal. Or who knows, we might even go for something different. Right now, other than our severe tiredness, it is our hunger and thirst that we need to deal with first of all. So let's have a look at doing just that. Let's enter the Red Gnome, and having a look at the menu here, we could go for the Cadillac burger. Mashed potatoes with gravy and cornbread does sound very, very good. And you know what? I think we deserve to treat ourselves here. And sure enough, it is a hearty meal. In true diner fashion, you don't have to wait long for your plate. It arrives hot. The aroma of gravy, cornbread, and beef carried by thin wisps of steam. The burger is more meatloaf than patty, topped with elbow macaroni and ketchup. What this has to do with the Cadillac, you're not sure, but man, does it ever hit the spot. As you smush the soft food around your mouth, you look around the room at the various photos and decor. There are some photos of the diner up there. People shaking hands for the camera, visitors' news clippings. As you scope through some more gravy-slathered potato in your mouth, you notice a photo of the still standing diner surrounded in smoldering rubble. In another photo, there's some sort of riot going on. An earlier shot of the same scene above. Soldiers are taking shelter from a throng of angry civilians. In yet another, an abandoned parade is roped off in police tape. If the decor seemed weird upon entering, it's downright dark now. You take another look around the diner, half expecting to find yourself being watched. But nothing seems amiss. Just a few folks minding their business, reading a paper or looking out the window. Shaking your head, you finish your meal and admire the healthy roundedness of your belly. For once, your fatigue seems to be born of overeating, and it's wonderful. Sensing you've finished, the waiter comes back with a notepad and scribbles a bit. And you know what? We'll pay for the meal, and we are also going to leave a tip as well. So, okay. Now, we are still a little bit on the hungry side, and we still have a fair amount of cash in our pocket. I think we go to the concrete forest apartments, and I think we finally have a look at the canteen truck here, because we never did actually have a proper look at it. I just saw value 48, because that's the meat, but now we can actually have a look at the recipe here, because we never really did. As you get closer, you smell fried food. You catch an unfamiliar savory scent, spicy but also a bit sweet and a bit artificial. No menu though, folks here must be regulars. Just line up after a few words and then pay and go. The dude in the truck probably makes a tidy profit at the rate he is going. Let's get in line, let's see what's going on. Whatever's cooking, you want some in your stomach. You find the end of the line and take your place. It moves at a pretty good clip, and as you reach the middle, you try to sneak a peek of what's up there. Looks like combos of fried sprouts, spiced meat shavings, cabbage, and fried tofu sticks. As you reach the counter, you notice the shaved meat comes from a vertical rotisserie of molded meat. It's a kebab, nice. However, there's also real animal of some sort roasting back there. What you want? Truck guy's already looking impatient. Yeah, ask about the roast? Or we just go for some straight up cabbage and roast, which does sound good. You know what, let's go for that. Roast up, he shouts over his shoulder. His assistant carves up some meat from the roast and they tumble onto the cabbage when cut loose. He hands the plate to the vendor, who almost literally throws a splash of red colored sauce onto the edges of the meat. You settle your payment and step away with grub in hand, feeling much better after that. The roast isn't bad, in fact gamey to be sure, and a bit milder than the stuff one finds out there. There's some stringiness and gristle to it, less desirable in days past, but proof that you have actual meat in this case. Meat of what you're probably better off not knowing. The cabbage is actually a nice touch. Despite its rank among cheap nutrients, fresh cooked vegetables are not common these days. You gulp down the last bites and get your bearings again. Very good. Very good. Well, we've already had a look at the crowd before. Let's leave the concrete forest apartments behind, and I'm half tempted to head back towards the savings bank. We're a bit wary though, that's the only thing that I'm concerned with. Let's see. Oh dear. You return to the site of the DSB microbranch, but stop suddenly when you notice it has a new feature, a private security guard. DSB probably amped up the security at their microbranches after your escapades. Looks like you'll need to find another way to locate the info you need. Damn, well what other way? I mean, we could go back to the apartments, have a look around there, at the crowd again, see if there's anything new that we haven't noticed before. I mean, kind of the same as before for the most part. And that seems to be about it, really. We could check out the C-store, see if there's anything that we can talk about there. We will start shopping. And yeah, it's just stuff that we would find at a convenience store. So that's not going to help us out. We'll be leaving that behind for now. Well, back out the gate, I say. And it is a bit later in the day, so we probably are going to want to try and have a proper sleep. And we've been sleeping pretty well in the parkade for the most part. And I think we'll probably want to do that. But yeah, I guess because it's also quite late in the day, we might be able to get away with just grabbing some water and getting that boiled up. Oh yep, no, night's here. And because we're so weary, I think we probably just want to try and go to sleep right away. Let's get a pickup. There we go. I think we'll still probably try and make a noise trap just for safety's sake. I'll feel comfortable with just the one. Oh damn, okay, well we woke up and it's still considered night at the moment. We're well rested. Alright, so in that case, we're going to take our time just getting some water and getting it cooked up. There's morning. Hello. And there we go. Sterilized. Good to go. We're going to check out the market before we do anything else. And seeing a pistol there, oh, it is tempting to try and grab that. There is also some night vision goggles, and they are only 100, and they're in 100 condition. We're definitely going to be grabbing that. We're going to empty this out first of all, grab our battery back, and then we're going to sell our old ones, and then these ones here, oh boy, yup, batteries in there, good to see it. Yeah, would we want to pick up a pistol? I think it's worth us having. We would need 38 caliber rounds, which we have not seen. Not to say that we wouldn't find any. I think it's probably worth us taking this. It is a bit of a cost for sure. Now thinking back about the other augmentations and stuff like that we could do, night vision was one of them. We've got goggles now though. If we can kind of keep this going, if we could, flick them on at night when we're having a look around, that would help us out a lot. Oh, and that reminds me, I should try and charge up our flashlight before we actually leave here. Yeah, let's get these batteries charged. Awesome. Of course, I think we are going to eat before we head on out into the world, sticking with our mixed veggie bowl for safety's sake, and I'm feeling much better after munching that down. Okay, so now at this point, we need to decide where we are going next. So, Camp Grayling is far to the north, and we've already done a pretty good job of exploring out and around this region. We might just want to try and go directly north and then just start kind of cutting across and seeing if we can clear out some of the map, because there is more than likely a number of things for us to discover. Interestingly enough, they've all been in a line at the moment, so that might kind of continue on for all we know. But for now, I think that's the direction that we're going to try and head in, up and along that coast there. Let's get a move on. And right now we are unburdened, so we actually get the full use of our movement. What was that? Player has taken a prescription anticoagulant. So that's probably what that pill was the other day, using anticoagulants. Okay, so that is, we can't go into a fight, because right now an anticoagulant, that's going to stop clotting. It also means that we could potentially bleed to death. Don't take random pills, folks. Don't take random pills. We've got another newspaper here, Lights Out Battle Creek. No, we've seen that already. And down here, nothing. Let's carry on. And I think for now, I will try and stay with the coast in view where possible. And let's hope that anticoagulant doesn't come back to bite us in the ass, We do have a shack up here. I don't think it's going to have anything though, because it is so close to the DMC. Actually though, not bad. Yeah, we'll use our strength. Okay, hey, found ourselves a multi-tool. It's not very good, but we'll take it. I am quite surprised, which means that we might actually be able to scavenge this little city square up here. Let's have a look. Storage shed? Yeah, no good. So I guess some of the forest locations, it's a maybe, because it's like it could have been looked over. Shack in the forest. Yeah, I mean, like that's really good value. Except nothing. And of course, broken glass. Upper chest was scratched. We need to get something on that right away. And we really need to hope that we aren't gonna bleed to death because of that. Anticoagulants. God damn. Okay. It took a while for that to start to do stuff. We'll keep an eye on it, but we are probably just going to keep on bleeding through that. That is rather unfortunate for us. Dear. Well, let's carry on. I'm going to try and stay on the hills where possible, because it just gives us that much more sight of the area. Checking the squares as we go, and yeah, we're going to try and stay closer to the coast. And I will be checking out some of the places, but I think once we get further away, once there is actually going to be a reward for us scavenging, because right now, yeah, it's not worth it. Oh, although we've got a locked storage shed here, that is much more to my liking. We'll use our trapping, our strength, and a light source to make it extra safe. And it's all pretty average stuff. Now, the pants are worth something, so we'll grab them. No point in us leaving them on the ground. You know what? We'll take the squirrel snare for now as well. And then I'll see if some of the other squares here have anything worthwhile. Nope, still too close at this stage. Oh. Ooh, okay, we've got a DMC guard out here alone. Now, many of you have been kind of hoping that Philip might try and kill one of these security guards for their equipment, get the jump on them. Unfortunately, I have to say, I don't see that being in his character. He will defend himself 100%, and if he thinks that there's going to be someone that's going to try and take something from him, then yeah, he'll do something about that. But I don't think he's going to kill them just for their goods, unless it's a life or death situation and he really, really needs it. Otherwise, yeah, I don't see that being him. Either way, it's getting later in the day. We're going to have to think about trying to stay somewhere for the night. We've made it an okay distance along here. I'm actually happy with that. I do want to try and cover a little bit of ground further in as well. So I think for the time being, we'll end our turn, and then we'll see if we can get some squirrels before the evening, as we do have that snare. Come on, Okay, and there we go. We got 2. Now, hopefully, they both stay there. Although, yeah, the condition 44%, so it's not great quality, but it should be enough for us to actually get this done. Oh, and there's a horror. Well, hello, horror. Let's hope you don't want to play, as we've got stuff we need to do here. But you know what? If you do want to play, then that could work out quite well for us, as you can give us a considerable amount of meat. Now that is tempting. Let's just swap things around here a little bit, just in case it decides to try and attack us. Are we considered blind yet? Yes, we are. Okay, so what happens if we turn these on? Night vision. You can see almost normally at night. I think we could stock up on a fair bit of meat here, couldn't we? It's dangerous, for sure, but I kind of want to give it a go. Oh, we can exploit a weakness from this distance. Yes, please. Let's look at doing that. Oh, and it got away right away? Damn it. Okay, it's jumping all around. It's come back for us now. 21 squares away. Let's start to advance, and the first chance that we do get to do something, we will, but we're just going to be doing a nice controlled advance. We can intimidate, we're going to exploit, vulnerable exposed weakness, wonderful. Let's keep on moving in, advancing, not charging, just advancing. Oh, and we can intimidate it as well. Let's do that. I don't think it worked, but the player is berserk with rage. Let's keep on moving. Oh, actually, no, it's over here intimidating that it shows up. Oh, we fell over, even though we were kind of going slowly. Let's get back up. It is trying to get away from us, so we might actually have to try and charge it down, potentially. Managed to get it to 10. All right, we're slowly getting there. 10 again, damn it. Let's try and charge. That's better. Oh, we've lost some of the other effects that we had before, but we still have exposed weakness. That's good. And we're nearly there. Oh, okay, it jumped us. It jumped right on top of us. Okay, get back up. We're gonna have to get closer to be able to attack it. Now, my question is, if we dive to try and tackle the target, do we also get knocked down? We both do, but we might be able to get up first. It's a little hard to tell. We're gonna have to advance, we're gonna have to get closer. Okay, we can try and lure, see if that'll work. It did. It did indeed. It's fallen, it's recovering. I think we're gonna have to charge in here. It's gonna make us vulnerable for a moment. Advance one more square. There we go. Okay, we can get attacking. Oh, did we get it in one? Yeah, one hit with the meat cleaver. That is the power of that move that we've got. Now, you weigh 100 kgs, which is a lot. Are we going to be able to drag you back over here towards the forest? We can. Good. Very good. Drop you on the ground there. Hot damn, we are going to eat well tonight. Philip Kindred, hunter of horrific things. Okay, so we're looking for a medium, not medium, furry corpse. Yeah, that's the one we're looking for. That's a lot of meat. So obviously, if we are able to preserve some of this, that would be fantastic. We're just going to cook one piece of it to begin with, though. Oh, it has gone straight to night. And our bandage needs to be dealt with. We will do that first of all, because I'm just worried about us bleeding out, but it doesn't seem to be that bad. All right, that's our food for the night. Go ahead and use you. Looking good. Now, everything else, I want to try and see if we can preserve it. So for us to do that, we are going to have to create ashes. So we'll just be extinguishing the campfire, bringing it down, and then building it back up again. We have to stoke it again afterwards. And there we go. Okay, we can start doing some curing. Hello, DMC guard. Everything's fine here. Okay, we've been able to cure 4 pieces of medium meat so far, which is really good. That's another piece cured, another piece cured. Okay, yeah, we managed to cure all of these medium chunks of meat. That's really good. Let's do away with the snare for now. And obviously the meat is going to be a bit on the heavy side, but that's going to keep us fed for a long while out here. Yeah, we're burdened. I'm not surprised, it's a lot of meat. It will make us thirstier, so we need to be a little wary of that. So let's just get our thirst sorted to begin with. And now we can sort out our sleeping arrangement. All right, Philip, it is nighttime. Let's get some sleep. I'll get that campfire as well, just in case that helps us. And something is approaching while we are slumbering. There is a strong chance that it's just the DMC guy from before, but we don't know. Okay, let's start to search. Alternatively, can we turn on... I don't know if we can. No, we can't turn on our night vision right now. That's frustrating. Oh, okay. Hi there. Yes, you can see me. Oh, you cannot see me right now. Oh, man. We were just talking about it. They got a pistol. This would be like the perfect opportunity to do this. We're just going to have to reveal ourselves. Hi, bye. We're going to go back to sleep, thanks. And there we go. We wake in the morning and our rags fall apart. Okay, still in need of stuff. We are going to have to do some cleaning of our rags before too long because we are starting to get a little low in the rag department. But we've been holding on to all of our dirty ones, so I'm hoping we'll be able to do them in a bit of a bulk wash. How are these looking overnight? Okay, the condition's actually pretty good. Yeah, we are burdened, but that's going to be going down as we eat more of the stuff. I hate to say goodbye to your backpack, but we might need to. Oh, or maybe not. We don't have to yet. I don't want to burden ourselves too much more. Oh, also, jeez, can't believe I nearly forgot everything. Okay, that's looking a little bit better. Now we're going to start moving inland a little bit here, trying to keep the coast in view. Oh, okay, one or more creatures approach, but none that have seen you yet. That was a blue frog cultist, I'm pretty sure. Engage up close. Try to get as close as possible. Okay, we can see them in the distance there. They are tough, but they cannot see currently. I think we're just going to try and retreat. We have no battle with you, or rather, I don't want to have any battle with you. Hoping to be able to see a little bit further soon. Yeah, that's better. We've nearly made it to halfway along the north so far. Oh, free squirrel. Sure. We don't need that. Oh, we've got a water source up here. Okay, let's start making our way over towards that. See what we got going on here. Pretty big by the looks of things. Is that going to be a river? It might be. This could be like a little bit of a peninsula here, which makes me want to check it though. See if there's anything at the tip of it. Got a stranger in the distance. Okay, we'll be aware of you. I'm not sure what you're wearing on your face. And this looks like this is the end of it here. And I'm not seeing anything special, but we'll clear out this last little bit here just so we know for certain. And yep, nothing here. Okay, let's start making our way back. And we might actually be able to check out this place here. We've had our rags fall apart yet again. It's got to be the anticoagulants that are doing this, yeah. Minor cut, minor pain. Let's just stick to using clean stuff still. That boiling is going to have to happen soon. Alright, what can we scavenge here? Abandoned office tower? What's the quality like? Not great. We can make it better, but is it... Oh, the safety's actually pretty good. And hey, what did we find? We found another duffel bag. Do we want to have 2 duffel bags going at the moment? I mean, why not? This is fine. This isn't irresponsible at all. Oh, well, let's definitely take another map. And we're going to kind of continue along the edge of the river here. Hey, stranger, what's up? You've got a whiskey bottle. Let's go ahead and threaten them. We don't want them to come any closer towards us. But it looks like that's what they're going to do. We're going to offer to talk. And they don't seem to care. Martha's army soldier. Okay, who is Martha? Who is Martha? You're barefoot, you're vulnerable, and you are charging towards us at the moment. I am going to demand them that they surrender, and then we'll try and threaten again. Doesn't seem to have any effect at this stage. Okay, I guess this is going to be a fight, but unfortunately, we do not have a weapon right now. Hang on though, we can't actually go to our inventory over here. I probably could have turned these on before. That was silly of me. Let's do that and do that. Okay, meat cleaver. We can make it work that way. I'll try and offer a ceasefire again. To no effect. They're vulnerable. They're getting closer to us at this stage. So we're gonna get ready. We're gonna dodge just in case they try and throw anything. We haven't had any chance to really block anything yet. I'm gonna fall back one space because, oh, okay. I was looking for the opportunity to be able to put down a lure or something like that. Are you just gonna come straight back for us? I'm afraid that's what you're probably gonna try and do. But it's good to know that we can drop things. Let's just kind of carry on because we don't want to fight. We don't want to kill anyone if we don't need to. So let's just keep our little duffel bags in hand and we'll keep on making our way along the lakeside here. And I think we are being followed. Oh, look at that. Some papers. They don't really have anything interesting on them. We are going to have something to drink though, so we'll slurp back some of our nice clean stuff and we'll probably finish off the bottles for now. so we'll have to gather up some water at some point. Oh, and the evening is on its way as we can see a dog man. Great. Fantastic. Well, I wanted to scavenge here, but that's not going to happen now. Let's go try and get away. You're going to be trailing me, aren't you? Into the woods we go, Philip. Away. And you know what? I think we're probably just going to stay there. We'll end up getting some water. Try and hide our tracks. Yep. Let's stock up on that water. And man, the meat goes off so quickly. We're already at 64% here. I'm just going to go and use that right away. It is going to make us more thirsty. But at least we can stay on top of our hunger for a day or two, maybe. I really don't think it's worth curing maybe more than like 1 or 2 pieces worth of food, just because it goes off so quickly. Oh, and night has fallen. We do have our campfire here, and we've got more water that we need to sterilize. There we go, and that's that. We'll drink what we can, try and get rid of our thirst entirely, and that way we're not carrying too much stuff. Oh, it looks like that squirrel just kind of spoiled. So we'll leave that behind. And 62, 66, the meat's going to be good for a little while longer. I think we're probably going to extinguish that fire. We don't want to sleep with it on tonight, just because there's so many things going on around us. So we'll knock it down a few different stages. Then we'll make some thread, make a noise trap that doesn't use our battery. It always wants to use the battery. Let's use a lighter instead. It just needs something firm. And then we'll finish up that tarp shelter. Now, before we go to sleep, we will hide our tracks, and then we will try and get some rest. We woke up to someone stealing an orange pill from us. Who would do such a thing? Okay, so yeah, we can't actually access things on the side here at the moment. So it seems like sometimes we can, sometimes we can't. We are going to, let's just have a look around. We'll search, see if we spot anything. We haven't yet. Let's go into here. We're going to turn that on. Just accessed inventory, which I guess makes us maybe vulnerable. And let's just take some cover here. Okay, there is a stranger here who also has night vision goggles. Okay, they just revealed themselves to us. They tried to steal a pill from us. That's why we woke up. So they can't see us. We're blind. They're also considered blind. Do we want to reveal? I think we should also potentially get this out into our hand. Just changed attack modes, yeah. Stay behind cover for a moment. We're just going to wait. Okay. Did you only steal the pill? Is that the only thing you did? I hope so. I don't want to leave the duffel bag on the ground because they might just steal it. But then again, I guess that's not terrible. Let's store it here, just next to us for now, so that hopefully it's a little bit more difficult for them to steal it. We go back to sleep. Oh, and something's approaching us in our slumber. And it hasn't woken us up yet. Okay. Unknown assailants activity caused us to wake up. We don't know what's going on around us, but we still have the noise trap, which should alert us if anything does come much closer. And here it is, dawn, and we have someone close by. And looking at it, I don't think he stole anything from us. And you know what? The meat, it isn't actually that bad. I think we are going to get a little bit more life out of it yet. Well, that guy definitely stole an orange pill from us. I don't know if we want to kill him over that. We'll let it go. And right there is where we're going to leave things for today. Philip is pretty damn well equipped to continue exploring out here without heading back to the DMC. We've found a river, an inlet, something that we're going to be able to follow. No doubt there is more out here for us to see, more mysteries to uncover, and in the next, we will continue that. For now, I'd like to ask you all, if you enjoyed today's episode, please consider leaving a comment or a like to let me know if you enjoyed the show. As for now, I have been Rycon. You have all been awesome, and until next time, stay tuned.